There are exactly 7 psychological triggers that make people buy. Not approximately 7, exactly 7. And every single successful Indian business that you can think of, Amul, Tata, Jio, Zomato, Reliance, uses them. Not all of them, but strategically. Robert Cialdini spent 35 years studying why people say yes. His research led to 7 universal principles of persuasion. These principles work across cultures, industries, time periods. They work in America, they work in India, they work everywhere. And here's the thing that blew my mind when I realized it. India's greatest businesses are not using some secret Indian influence system. They are simply using Cialdini's frameworks, but they are applying it with their own cultural twist. Today we are going to study all 7 triggers. We are going to see exactly how Amul, Tata, Jio, Reliance and Zerodha each weaponize different triggers. By the end of this episode, you will understand the psychological operating system of influence. Welcome back to this channel. I am Harsh and I am the CEO of Skin Business Accelerator and multiple other companies. And most people think that business is rational. People evaluate options, compare features, and then make logical decisions. But that's not how humans work. Daniel Kahneman won the Nobel Prize proving this. He showed that humans have 2 thinking systems. System 1 is fast, emotional, and intuitive, and System 2 is slow, rational, and analytical. And the best part is that System 1 drives 95% of human behavior, which means that businesses that win are not the one with the best features. They are the ones that trigger the best systems while thinking, and that's where Cialdini's 7 principles come in. These are not tricks or manipulation gimmicks, these are just how human brains work. And every empire builder in India understood this. Whether they know Cialdini or not, they know this. Now the first trigger is reciprocity. And reciprocity is the most powerful trigger. When someone gives you something valuable, your brain triggers an automatic urge to give back. It's not a choice, it's neurological. Zerodha mastered this. They created Varsity, a completely free stock market education platform with hundreds of courses, thousands of articles, video tutorials, and everything was free. Nitin Kamath, the founder, didn't create Varsity to make any money. He created it because traders like him could not find good education. So, he solved the problem that he once faced and he gave it all away to people. And then what happened? Traders felt indebted to him. They felt that Zerodha understood their problems. So when Zerodha launched their brokerage, those same traders became lifelong believers and customers. Loyal customers. Zerodha became India's largest stockbroker without a single TV ad, without a single billboard, without a single newspaper, just using the principle of reciprocity. Now Amul did the same thing but a bit differently. Amul built a cooperative structure. They're not taking milk from farmers, they're asking farmers to be a partner. They gave farmers voice, participation and profit sharing. The farmer gave milk, Amul gave ownership, and this reciprocity created a 3 million farmer strong network, which is the reason why Amul has been able to scale so big. Now here's the principle. Give genuine value away first, with no expectation of any returns. Your customer's brain will create an automatic urge to reciprocate. Now let's talk about the second trigger, commitment and consistency. When someone commits to something, even a tiny thing, their brain wants to be consistent with that commitment. And this is why Jio's strategy was genius. Jio launched with free unlimited data, 4G data which was completely free. Now if you tried their services, you were committed to them now. You downloaded apps on Jio, you started using the Jio services, you told your friends, your brain was now invested in Jio being there. Jio didn't jack up prices suddenly. They gradually introduced paid plans. This is called value ladder, and by then you were already committed. Your identity had shifted to I'm now a Jio user, and consistency meant that you kept using Jio. 100 million users in 83 days. That was not luck. That was commitment and consistency weaponized at scale. Tata uses this differently. When Tata enters a category, you buy once and then you buy again and again. Why? Because you're committed to trusting Tata. Consistency means that you keep buying Tata. Now that brings us to the next trigger, which is even more interesting and powerful. Social proof. Social proof is the urge to do what others are doing. If everyone is doing something, it must be right. This is the default human thought. Now, Zomato and Swiggy both use this obsessively. They show you that thousands of other people have ordered at that particular restaurant. They show you ratings, they show you user reviews, and now your brain thinks that everyone else is ordering from this place, it must be good, and now I should order from here as well. But here's what most people miss. Zomato and Swiggy are not just showing you proof, they are manufacturing consensus. They are highlighting restaurants with the most orders. They are promoting highly rated restaurants. They are curating the perception of what's popular. Your brain sees consensus and follows it. Jio used social proof brilliantly too. They announced that 100 million people joined in 83 days. That number itself was social proof. If 100 million Indians are using Jio, it must be good. And that brings us to the next trigger, that is authority. People trust authority figures. Doctors in white coats sell more medicine. Experts are trusted more than their peers. Tata is built on authority. Jamsetji Tata was not just a businessman, he was a nation builder. He built TAMS, he founded institutes, he was treated as an authority figure, and that authority transferred to every product that Tata ever launched. When Tata touches a product, you assume it's good because Tata is an authority on quality in India. They are an authority on building things that matter. And that's why Tata can enter any category. Salt, motors, tea, insurance, banking, and they win immediately. The authority halo transfers. Infosys did the same thing. Narayana Murthy positioned Infosys as the authority on Indian talent and global competence. He built a massive campus in Mysore. He spoke about creating wealth ethically. He became an authority figure, and then the company became an authority. And suddenly, Indian software engineers were seen as world class. Not cheap labor, world class. And that brings us to the fifth trigger, that is liking. People do business with people they like. We prefer to buy from attractive people. We prefer to do business with these people who are similar to us. We prefer people who complement us. Zomato weaponized liking through brand voice. Zomato's marketing, does not sound like corporations. They sound like your friend. They're funny, they're relatable, they're irreverent. Zomato pushes you a notification and you actually enjoy reading it. You smile, you share it, don't you? And that's liking in action. Cred did the same thing but way more directly. Kunal Shah positioned Cred as the brand for smart money people. People who are doing well financially, and that positioning appeals to liking. It appeals to identity. People want to be associated with Cred because then they're, associated with being a successful person. Dipinder Goyal and Zomato is another example. His irreverent, boundary-pushing CEO persona makes people like the brand. People like Dipinder, so they like Zomato. And that brings us to the sixth trigger, that is scarcity. People value what is scarce. If something is abundant, it's cheap. But if something is rare, it's precious, right? Reliance understands this very well. Jio created scarcity by limiting bandwidth. Then they introduced plans. The cheaper plans still required commitment, but the scarcity made people move on to the larger plans. And scarcity makes people act faster. Every limited time offer you've seen is scarcity in action. Today only, or last 100 units, or offer ends tonight. All of that is scarcity, and when your brain goes into scarcity mode, it overvalues the offer and it rushes to decide. Zerodha uses scarcity very differently. Their flat fee model is very rare in the brokerage industry, and that rarity is part of what makes them valuable. The newest trigger Kyaldini added is unity. We like people who are like us. So that brings us to the last trigger, that is unity. Patanjali weaponized unity better than any company in India. Ramdev positioned Patanjali as a Swadeshi brand. Indian, traditional, Ayurvedic. That positioning created unity. Indians wanted to support Indian brands. They wanted to buy from a company that represented Indian identity. Patanjali exploded from zero to a multi-billion-dollar company in less than a decade. Not because their product were better. They definitely weren't. It was just because they created a unity with the target audience. Amul does this too. The Taste of India slogan. Amul is no longer just milk, it is Indian identity, and that unity is worth billions. Now here's what's mind-blowing. No business uses just one trigger. Every great Indian business uses multiple triggers in sequence. Let's take Jio as an example. First, reciprocity. Jio gave free data. They gave out value first. 2. Commitment and consistency. Once you tried it, You were committed. Your identity became that of a Geo user. 3 was social proof. 100 million users joining in 83 days. That was excellent social proof. 4 was authority. Reliance is an authority on building infrastructure in India. 5 was liking. Geo's brand voice is very approachable and very customer friendly. 6 was scarcity. There was limited data plans and limited offers during launch. 7 was unity, and Geo is for all Indians is the tagline for Geo. That instills a sense of national pride and unity in people. Geo used all 7 triggers, sometimes even all at once. Now here is the question for you. Which trigger is your business using and which are you missing out on? If you are a SaaS founder, you should probably use reciprocity. Give free access, free trials, free education. You should use social proof. Show how many companies are using your product. You should use authority. You should bring in advisors who are authorities in the field. You should get testimonials from Fortune 500 companies. But if you're a D2C brand, you should use liking. Your brand voice matters. Make people enjoy interacting with you. You should use scarcity, like limited editions, limited time offers. Use unity. Create an identity around the brand. Make people feel like they're part of something bigger. Then build a community. And if you're in a service business, you should use authority. You should position yourself as the absolute expert. You should also use reciprocity. You should give free value first, like free consultations, free frameworks, and then take them through a value ladder. You should also use commitment. You should make sure that customers are logged in first by making them see the value immediately. Now the framework remains the same, but the application becomes different based on different business model. Now remember from the last week's episode, we talked about 3 layers: trust, platform, and funnel. Cialdini's 7 principles are the operating system that power those 3 layers. Trust uses authority and liking. You build authority so people start believing you, and then you use liking so people want to work with you. The platform layer uses unity and social proof. You create identity so people feel a sense of belonging, and then you use social proof so people see others in that particular platform. Then funnel layer uses reciprocity, commitment, and scarcity. You give value first, you get people committed, and then you create urgency. So Cialdini's work is not separate from influence architecture, it is the foundation of influence architecture. In the next episode, we are going to dive deep into Geo's funnel, and that will come out on next Monday. You will see exactly how commitment and scarcity work at scale. So here's what I want you to do right now. Step 1. Write down the 7 principles: reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, scarcity, unity. Step 2. For each of these principles, identify whether your business is using them. If yes, how? If no, why not? 3. Pick one principle that you're not using, just one, and think about how you can integrate it into your business model. And next week, we are going to dive deep into Geo's funnel, how they took the principles that we learned today and scale them to 100 million users in 83 days. It's the most aggressive customer acquisition that we've ever seen in Indian business history, and we are going to reverse engineer exactly how they did this. Until then, subscribe to the channel, think about these triggers, watch the first episode again if you need to refresh on influence architecture, because understanding Cialdini's 7 principles is the key to understanding every business empire in India. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, share this with someone who might find this valuable. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.